What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of NAYNAY. So this this video was inspired by a tiny little troll that was angry at me making videos about 10-year anniversary in MMA. No, but seriously, it was an inspiration because it leads to the sixth lesson, and I still don't know what I'm doing. No, seriously. Actually, after 10 years in training MMA, it just made me realize how much I'm not done learning and how much I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't know if it happens for at least for some of you that have trained for a while. Like when someone asks me, oh, how long have you been training? And I say, like a decade. Damn, it seems like a long ass time. But I don't see it as such because I always feel like a student of the game, I guess you could say, student of MMA. I come here on this platform and tell you guys my experiences in life in MMA because I am always a student. I'm always learning something about myself, and I'm never done learning. But I also don't consider myself like an expert. I still have a lot to learn. And even after 10 years, I feel like there is so much that I need to learn. One of the examples that I can think of is Severnn. You guys have seen in some of my past videos, UFC Hall of Famer. So he's been literally training for a very, very long time, like 4 or 5 decades. And he's still training MMA and educating other people. And if you guys come across any of his videos or on social media, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But I see people like him. So an example that I can think of when it comes to MMA is that my first fight camp was different from my second fight camp. My first fight camp I was like 2 years in, and there was a lot going on in my brain. I was still learning different coaching styles. My coaches at the time were trying to learn how I understand concepts and things in MMA and that sort of thing. And then even years later, when I had my second fight, it was still, a learning lesson. I also had an injury prior to that, so I had to kind of learn to walk again and then had my black belt and then the fight. So I went through different stages of my life throughout. And even after the fact, I'm learning more about myself. Another example that I can think of is that my niece had her first MMA fight. And as a training partner or as a martial artist, I feel the responsibility to give her good rounds because I do believe that every training partner coaches everything. It's a big influence in a fighter's life, especially going through a fight camp. I just can't be slacking off just because I feel lazy or just because I feel like, well, I'm not gonna get into a fight, so I shouldn't even be training that hard, or I shouldn't even be pushing myself. I don't think about it that way. I think about it, okay, I'm also a big asset to training, right? I have to train hard so that I can give her good rounds. It's the same concept when it comes to MMA. You're not just gonna go in there to half-ass everything. You're going in there for a purpose, and that purpose is to be better. So what I'm trying to say, after all these years, I still put in the work. I still learn new concepts, new ideas, and I know that I'm not the best at everything because there's always gonna be someone smarter, faster, stronger, better than me, and that's okay. And that's why the sport is awesome, because then you get humbled and you learn that you don't have it all together, or you're not the shit. So this is where I go back to little troll that was angry at me posting 10-year anniversary. First off, why you mad, bro? Like, why you mad? See, some people have different levels of success when it comes to training. And one thing that I want to put out there is that no matter what your journey is, it's your journey, right? Just because I've trained MMA for 10 years doesn't mean I have to become a UFC fighter. It doesn't mean that I have to be a world champion. It could be if it was my choice. But at the same time, we have to be real with ourselves and not put pressure on ourselves just because society thinks, oh, you've trained this amount of years, you should be in the UFC. Like, what if I don't? What if I don't want to become a full-time fighter? What if I just want to focus on my career path and train MMA whenever I feel like it? I've met so many professionals, so many people that have very, very successful careers, and they do MMA for self-defense purposes. Some of our first responders in the gym use MMA to use that in their life so they can catch the bad guys. And that's okay. Do not allow other people to put pressure on things that you don't want to do. If my goal is not to become a UFC fighter, that's okay. If you don't want to become a competitor, that is okay. For those that are new in the sport, there's going to be a lot of questioning, right? Like, why are you doing this? Or, oh, that's so cool. But then, are you trying to fight? Like, not everyone's trying to fight, bro. Not everyone's trying to compete. Some people are doing this for self-defense. Some people want to do this because they want to get their mind off of everyday stress. And like, for example, for myself, I want to train so I can be a better woman, a better martial artist, a good training partner for the next generation of fighters. And I could do that because it's my choice. Literally, it's my choice to do what I want with my life, and that's okay. For those that watch my videos, I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. I'm still here. I'm still sparring. I'm show a little bit of more sparring videos. Again, not saying that they're going to be perfect because none of my sparring grappling videos are perfect. I'm just showing you what I'm learning and how I'm unlearning to learn and how I'm getting better in the sport. But yeah. All right. See you guys next week. Bye.